If I had to live my life without you near me, the days would all be empty. The nights would seem so long.
Hello, I am Sherry. I'm going to analyze my learning objectives for the first part of this video. One of the most important things I learned from school is that great grooming shows great professionalism, and grooming is a symbol of a hotel. So I will groom myself perfect before starting a work day. During my second year in Swiss Hotel Management School, I have learned the operation of housekeeping. As I was a housekeeping order taker, I needed to be familiar with housekeeping services before I started my work. I applied my knowledge of operation in my work so that I could help housekeepers to clean the room in the correct order. It's true that my speed is much slower than those former employees, but I learned some techniques from them to try my best to shorten the time duration of cleaning one guest room. When I prepared for the housekeeping operation exam in school, I learned how to make swans by towers. This could be considered as a superiority when I was working in Crown Plaza. Usually, housekeepers only change the color of the bed sheets, quilt covers, and pillow slips from the white to red. But in June, there was a wedding show held in the hotel. Journalists need pictures to help the hotel to promote the show. Hence, I came forward to prepare the room with wedding setup. As I learned how to use Opera version 5 system on FORD class, I could easily get familiar with my work of a housekeeping order taker. Even though I learned the part of the front office, I could change the room status and search for reports smoothly because the operation of the system is almost the same. By considering that the contents on the Opera system are the hotel's privacy, I did not take pictures as a confirmation. The other two objectives are that I would try to be more flexible while meeting colleagues and to be more patient when facing problems during my internship. As you know, I could even only contact with my colleagues directly on my workdays because I was a housekeeping order taker. It's true that sometimes my colleagues and I would have some conflicts about the work, but we would discuss peacefully to reach an agreement. I will tell the work conflict more specifically later through this video. Before I started this internship in Crown Plaza, I was a little bit impatient, especially while busy. As a housekeeping order taker, I need to take care of many things like purchasing for the housekeeping department, checking employees' work attendance, of course, answering and replying phone calls from other departments, and allocate missions to housekeepers and room inspectors. It's really hard for one person to take care of so many work at the same time. I was easy to get irritable at the beginning because I hadn't been totally familiar with all my work and the occupancy at that period was high. Fortunately, almost all of my colleagues are nice and they were willing to help me when they found I seemed to be in trouble. Even my manager would coordinate with me to handle a busy situation. Their behavior let me feel so warm that I could calm down to do my work smoothly. They brought me a sense of belonging that I was not the only one person who worked there. I was the youngest person in the housekeeping department, so that my colleagues treated me as their little sister. Sometimes they would share their experience with me during the spare time. Of course, my manager did as well. My manager always says that he won't teach me too much because all theoretical knowledge will be taught by teachers in school. He preferred to chat with me and sharing his working experience of different hotels with me because he saw that I need now should be more and more experienced so that I would not be nervous while facing difficulties and I would know how to deal with problems rapidly. I learned so much from my colleagues and I would like to say thanks to them. If I had never met them, I was still an impatient girl. Sometimes the Human Resources Department would hold some activities for employees, such as a competition of the hotel's knowledge and the competition of skills of employees in different departments. Actually, there are two more formal housekeeping order takers in the housekeeping department. They knew that I like drawing something when I am free, so that a wonderful collaboration came out. When we needed to design and make the promotion board for the competition, they would take off my work and let me help them to create the promotion board. I suppose that this kind of collaboration can be considered as their ratification on my skills. The following two photos were promotion board I designed for the competition. For the following part, I will describe the work conflicts during my internship in Crown Plaza. In my opinion, the work conflicts were caused by the attitude of one of my colleagues. In April, she transferred from the service center to our housekeeping department to be a housekeeping order taker. Maybe she has already been used to the comparably easy work in the service center. She was not willing to do so much work that a housekeeping order taker must do. When she joined our department, another housekeeping order taker and I were responsible to tell her what should be done every day and how to do the work. However, she was impatient to listen to us, and she always said that she had done this job before in other hotels, and she knew how to do the work when we taught her. Even though we had told her what to do and led her to practice once or more times, she would say that no one has told her what to do and how to do that thing when she totally forgot it. As I mentioned before, as a housekeeping order taker, we need to use Opera system to purchase things for the department, to check employees' attendance, and so on. When I noticed that I did not know how to do this work, I would review my notes or ask another housekeeping order taker to teach one more time. But she would tell us that she did not know how to do this work and just leave the work there. At the beginning, I felt so angry because she did not listen to me, and she was not willing to learn from me, and I needed to finish her work for extra. Because we were colleagues, I did not want to argue with her or do something bad. I just did two things. When I was facing her, I would tell her about her responsibility again and again patiently and peacefully. If she did not follow me, I would do by myself. When facing the manager and the assistant manager, I would tell them her behavior, otherwise no one would know this situation. You probably will ask me why I was most willing to do her work for extra. The reason why I act like this is that I suppose that more work related to the job I do is an opportunity for me to gain more working experience. And at the same time, I would not just hide everything in my heart because this work was our work, not only mine.